Emmett Till begged to go with his great uncle as well to Mississippi. And originally his mother didn't want him to go because of um, there's rules in the South. And they actually had to sit down and talk to Emmett about those rules whenever going south before he convinced them to go.
Yeah.
Carolyn Bryant comes out of the store, a white woman, and Emmett Till whistles at her door. Another account was Emmett Till was alone with her in the store and flirted with her. It was something that was against those rules of the South. And one night, Roy Bryant, which was Carolyn Bryant's husband, and his half brother JW show up. Asks, "Do you got a Negro boy here that's from Chicago?" And he tells him, "Yeah." And JW go inside the house with a flashlight and a gun, searching for Emmett Till. They're going to take Emmett and to talk to him, discipline him, and then they'll bring him back for what he did. A few days later, his body is discovered.
By law, that's an abduction. These unwritten codes were codes that say it might be illegal, but you know what the result is, right? What are you going to do?
Mamie Till says, "I want to see the body." She noticed they cut off his private parts. His tongue had been cut out and basically laid back into his mouth. On his left cheek, his eyeball was basically sitting on his left cheek outside of the socket. She said it looked like somebody had took a meat cleaver and just chopped down on his nose. She said she couldn't see his ear, and there was basically daylight coming from where the ear was supposed to be, and you can see from one side to the other. And she said to herself, did they have to shoot him too? And she said the top of his head looked like it had been split into two. And that's what a mother had to look at when it came to, seeing her son. 14 years old. Coroner wanted to close the body back up. And Mamie said, no, I want everybody to see what I just saw. $10,000 was raised in the defense for Roy Bryant and JW. Mamie Till received death threats to not attend the trial. Roy Bryant and his brother JW both admitted to kidnapping Emmett Till. The sheriff testifies on the behalf of Roy Bryant and JW.
That's right.
He testifies that he doubts that that's the body of Emmett Till. Took the jury 67 minutes to deliberate. They confessed a year later to a magazine for $4,000 where they told the story.
You telling a 14-year-old not to be yourself. You giving them these unwritten laws to abide by because you're in another state.
She said she wanted to caution them that there were two different worlds. Black America acknowledges that it's a huge difference and that discrimination exists. White America does not acknowledge that. If somebody knocked on your door today and said, we need you to fight for a cause that you won't see the benefit of, would you go? Every day during the civil rights movement and prior, these people risked their lives for something that they probably knew they would not see the reward of their work. They would not reap the fruits of their labor. They knew that. They were willing to go out and do it every day. They knew that they weren't going to reap the fruits of their labor. How many people would be willing to do that today? So I think in the case of Emmett Till, I think even though it may not have been the start of the civil rights movement, I'm like you, Beck, it ignited a spark. It was more evidence to say we have to do something. Younger people looked at it and said, that could have been me. That could have been my brother, that could have been you. And we need to do something about it.